Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. We're live Facebook page and on our YouTube page. So you have an option to watch it on any of the platforms. And welcome to today's broadcast. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Mary. Hi, Joyce Udo. Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Idee Charles. Today is a teaching session. So there'll be lots of pictures and there'll be lots of talking, less of greeting and less of interaction. So if you're watching us as I'm explaining, if you have any questions or you're confused, please drop through the question section, and I will try to answer your questions. Very, very important session. If you have friends, family, sisters, brothers, please invite them to this session. It's completely free, but it can save your life. It can save the life of your family members. It can save you money, finances, and all the stress that go with it. I'm doing this topic. I do this kidney related topics every year. I think I've done it more than 4 times. Why I do it is because it's needed and it's a topic that I will keep doing. I will repeat this topic over and over again. I'll repeat it because a lot of people are dying every day. You go to you go to social media, you see GoFundMe, somebody is lying down seriously or very unwell on dialysis, hooked to the dialysis machine, and people are like, please, we need money, and there's GoFundMe going on for this person. You see young people now with end stage kidney failure. You see adults. You see even no more elderly people. Obviously, these days we are seeing more of young people, middle-aged people, young men and women hooked up on dialysis machine. And the question is, why are we having this increase in kidney failure? What is going on with our people? And the answers will be given in a minute. So if you join us, share this video. It will save a life. I am very sure of that. To me some time ago and said, Dr. Idee, that topic you did, I wish you did it a few years ago. I wouldn't have lost my loved one. Really touched me and has really changed the way I do topics. Even if I'm tired, even if I'm weak, I find a way to do a topic because of our people. Now, I'm going to be talking about kidney failure, when you can prevent it. People will ask me, why do you think that I can prevent it? It's already happened. A lot of people are asking, why this topic? Are you trying to tell me that I can prevent it? I'm already hooked to the machine. I'm already on dialysis. I'm already waiting for kidney transplant. This is what a lot of people will say. But today, I'm going to be talking a lot about the things that we can do before, because my specialty is community, is making sure that people are aware, health education, health promotion, aware of their health before it leads to hospital admission. People are aware of their health before it leads to hospital admission. That's the specialty of medicine I really love, where you talk to people, where you try to prevent them going into hospital, prevent them having chronic illnesses, prevent them going into acute or severely unwell state. The kidneys are two organs. So I'm going to start now. The kidneys are two organs, and I'm going to show the picture of the kidney. So the kidneys are two organs. They are located at the back between the 9th, 10th, 11th rib, towards the back of your body. So if you imagine your ribs, the down part of your ribs, you have the 9, 10, and 11 rib. Your kidneys are located towards that back. There are two of them. The length of the kidney is about 11 centimeters. So that is the length of your kidney, and it looks healthy, and that's how it looks like. That's a healthy kidney, and we have two of them. Two of these kidneys, that's what we have. Every human being, except you have mortality, except when you are younger, one of your kidneys had been removed, or due to trauma, one of your kidneys has been removed, or maybe you have donated one of your kidneys, then you will have one. But every normal human beings have two kidneys, and they are located towards the back, towards the lower ribs of the back. That's where our kidneys are located. What is the functions of this kidney? What does the kidney do? The kidney is like a filter. So it filters waste product, toxic materials. So we eat lots of things, we drink lots of things, we go about, we drink, we eat, we take medicine. The kidney acts like a filter. It's a very important organ in the body. It acts like a filter and helps to filter all this stuff so that it will now pass it out as urine. That's one of the basically the function. Most people say it acts as a filter, but it does so many other things. It maintains our salt and water levels, so it keeps them in a stable state. Those our salt and water levels, it keeps them in a stable state. So like your sodium, too much salt or water, it keeps them in a stable state so that we are not too full of water or we are not too full of salt. What else does the kidney do? It maintains, it produces hormones. So like vitamin D, a lot of us take vitamin D and we say, oh, I've taken it. It doesn't work, even when you are under the sun. Vitamin D has to go, there's a hormone in the kidney that has to act on that vitamin D to make it to become active. If vitamin D is not active, it's not going to be functional. It cannot work. It cannot work in its natural self. It's got to be activated, and that is done in the kidney. We have another hormone, erythropoietin, which is produced in the kidney, which helps us to form blood cells. So the kidney is a major organ that helps us to form blood cells. And these functions are important when we go to talk about kidney failure. They help us to form blood cells. That is one of the functions of the kidney. It also produces another hormone called renin, which helps us to maintain our blood pressure. So renin is one of the powerful hormones produced in the kidney, which helps us to maintain our blood pressure. So when people say, oh, my blood pressure has been normal, it's because your kidneys are functioning normally. So that helps you to maintain that blood pressure, because that's one of the functions of the kidney. And amongst all these other functions, it helps to reduce, to remove, excrete toxic material, drugs, all those things that we take. So that's those are basically functions of the kidney that we will look into, that we are looking at, which is very important. If you take note of these functions of this kidney, is very important. The functional unit of this kidney, I'm going to put a picture up. The functional unit of this kidney is this. It's called a nephron. A nephron is the functional unit of the kidney. Each one of us, we have 1 million to 1.5 million of these nephrons in our body. They are the main filters. They are the main place where all the things are happening, all the filtration are happening. That is why to measure your blood pressure, your kidney function, use what is called glomerular filtration rate. Glomerular filtration rate, GFR. GFR is this filter, the rate in which your kidneys are filtering is what they use to measure how your kidneys are functioning. When people talk about GFR, that is what we are measuring. The rate at which this filter, which is every nephron is like a powerful filter. Every nephron has blood vessels flowing through it. It has channels, it has lots of things, complex things going on there. It helps to filtrate, it helps to maintain, it helps to balance things, it helps to produce lots of things, put water back in your system, remove those that are excess, put the nutrients back, remove some that are excess. It maintains the balance. So if your kidneys are healthy, they maintain your balance. It keeps your body in balance. It's called balance homeostasis in a state. That's what the kidney does. So this is the basic, the functional unit of the kidney. This is the functional unit of the kidney. So if we know that this is basically what the kidney does, we know that the kidney filters, it helps to maintain blood pressure, it helps to maintain sodium and water intake in those hormones, to help to maintain blood pressure. Red blood cells helps us to produce red blood cells, helps us to maintain our blood pressure. Then what happens then? Where do we have kidney failure? Why does the kidney fail? Why does it fail? We have two types of kidney failure. We have the acute kidney failure, we have the chronic kidney failure. Acute kidney failure is something that is reversible. It can be reversed. Maybe you had a major trauma like an accident and you bled a lot. Because you bled a lot, the kidneys are deficient of blood. They begin they are damaged acutely. They can be reversible. So you have blood transfusion at that point and the blood goes back into the organs and the kidneys reverse itself. Or you have severe dehydration. You lost a complete state of no water hydration. The kidneys fail. They are reversible. Or there is a stone, a kidney stone somewhere, because we read different types of conditions where your kidneys can fail acutely. Before the tubes that lead to the kidney, inside the kidneys or post after the kidneys, the tract that takes things out of the kidney, you can have growth things there, you can have kidney stone, you can have infection that affects your kidney. Most people, when they have an acute infection, it affects the kidney. And when you treat the infection, you give them fluid, you manage things, that kidney reverses itself. That's acute kidney failure and it's reversible. Now, what happens, especially amongst our people, is that when things happen like infections, we partially treat it, we don't treat it, and this acute kidney failure, which is reversible, becomes chronic, and chronic is irreversible. Irreversible kidney damage. When the kidney becomes irreversibly damaged, it can become progressively worse to stages, which I'm going to be showing in a minute. So we have the two types, the acute and the chronic. The chronic, now we divide them into different grades. Divide the chronic into different grades. Let me see, I think I have a picture of it, where we divide the kidneys into different grades. When the kidneys fail, the chronic kidney disease is when your kidneys have damaged more than 3 months, nothing is done, it's irreversible, and you begin to have what we call chronic kidney disease. So chronic kidney disease is grade A, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3A and B, grade 4, grade 5. We have in the different functions. So your kidneys function at greater than 90 mils per minute per cent area. There's a measurement for it. Every stage of it. So from grade 3 is when your kidneys have formed, let me say 50% of your kidney functions are lost. So like this nephron we see, and I said we had 1 million to about 1.5 million, they begin to die. It's irreversible. So the functions of the kidney are reduced. So your kidneys are performing or filtering at 50%. You are now on grade 3 chronic kidney disease. The point I want to make now is from this grade 3, you can progress to grade 4 and progress to grade 5. And at grade 5, we are talking about dialysis or kidney transplant. So what are the causes of kidney failure? Why would my kidney fail? That's the question we are going to answer today. Causes of kidney failure. The first and most powerful, important cause of kidney failure is diabetes. Diabetes. The second one is hypertension. The third one I'm going to mention, because the health gospel is directly for our African community, the whole of Africa, not just Nigeria. The third one I'm going to mention here as a cause of chronic kidney disease or kidney failure is drugs, street drugs, inappropriate medication. You go to the market, you take drugs. This is a topic I'm going to talk about on its own. So drugs, let's just keep it at that. Infections that affect the kidney itself. Infections that affect the kidney itself can lead to kidney failure. Things like glomerulonephritis. These are infections that affect the kidney. If they are not well treated, they can cause a big problem to the kidney. Yeah, polycystic kidneys. They are like it's a disease of the kidney which forms like cysts, little cysts on the kidney. It really affects the kidney and can cause damage to the kidney. These are all causes of kidney failure. These causes of kidney failure are things that we can prevent. Like which one? Diabetes. Diabetes is a condition we all know where your body cannot utilize the sugar. So you have your sugar very high in the blood, but the body itself cannot utilize it. You have type 1 or you have type 2. In type 2 is the one that is very common among us due to lifestyle. Type 1, you can't prevent it. Type 2 is lifestyle. You can change it. You can say it's not happening to me by your lifestyle. So when you have diabetes and you're roaming about looking for natural treatment, I'm going to be really, me, I won't mince word and I won't pamper you, I won't pad you, I'll just say it as it is. And you're running about instead of going straight to find out what can I do? How do I treat this? Instead of going to find out how do I treat this, what do I do? You're just running about looking for anything and everything that will tell you that you can cure your diabetes. And you are doing great damage to yourself in the process of running around. You are doing great damage to yourself. You have hypertension. Instead of taking medication to control your blood pressure, it's very important when I come to treatment. You are busy running around. You're busy running up and down to look for natural herbs. To do all these things affect your kidneys directly. And the more injuries you're giving to this kidney, the more is damaging it. And it will get to a point where the kidney cannot reverse itself again and it cannot function again. So then we are talking about dialysis. So risk factors for kidney failure. If you're a black man and a woman, which we all are, you are already at risk. You're already at risk. You're a black man or a black woman, you're already at risk. Male, you're more at risk than female. But these days we are even seeing more. Female and male suffering with kidney failure. Diabetes, I mentioned, diabetes, kidney disease, I mentioned, these are important. Drugs, alcohol, smoking, these are very important. If you have a brother or a sister who is drinking alcohol, you have a brother or a sister who is smoking, you need to tell them about kidney failure because it's irreversible, it's expensive, and I'm going to come to that in a minute. We talk about obesity. We mentioned again about drugs. Drugs drugs, street drugs, over-the-counter medication. All these drugs are things that will affect your kidneys, and that's very important. I'm going to dwell more now on the end-stage kidney failure, which is grade 5, where your kidneys are functioning in less than 15 mils. So the kidney is no more able to do its function. The kidney has failed. So if you remember the functions of the kidney we talked about, maintaining salt and water balance, the kidney cannot do that again. Giving us the hormones that balances our blood pressure, the kidney cannot do that again. Producing erythropoietin that helps to produce the blood cells, the kidney cannot do that again. The kidney cannot help to remove the toxic materials again from our body. So what happens? The body begins to build up all these toxic materials. So this begins to show as symptoms. Remember, before this time, somebody might not have any symptoms. The only symptoms you might have might be when you go for a test. You might not have any symptoms. So when you get to this stage where the kidney cannot function again, we call it end-stage renal failure. At this stage, the kidney cannot function again. So it will show in your body. Some people have edema, which is accumulation of fluid in their body. They swell up. Some people have cough around their heart is swollen, full of fluid. They have confusion. They cannot think properly for themselves. Their skin is dry and itchy. They have rashes. They are anemic because they cannot produce red blood cells anymore. The kidney cannot help anymore. So they are anemic. Their blood pressure is high because the hormone that helps to balance the blood pressure cannot do its job. At this point, this person has two options. Dialysis should start immediately or kidney transplant. As of today, as I speak to you, as we all know, there's no other treatment. The rest are supportive. And why I'm really hitting on this, my people, my family, my friends, my sisters, my brothers, it is very expensive to start dialysis and to continue dialysis. It's very expensive. I don't know, even if you are a billionaire, I know you can carry on, but how long can you carry on? In Nigeria and the rest of African communities that I know, there is no government support for people who are undergoing dialysis. So when your kidneys have failed grade 5 and you are only left with two options, dialysis or kidney transplant, I will say the risk of dying is more than 50%. You might carry on for some time, but I don't know how long you will carry on. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why in a minute. So we start dialysis. Dialysis, I will talk about Nigeria that I know, is between 30,000, let me say 20,000 to 50,000, depending on which hospital you go. 20,000 to 50,000 per session. You need 3 sessions in a week. 3 sessions in a week. If we take 20,000, which is at the lower level, that's 60,000. 60,000 in a week times 4 weeks, that's 1 month. 60,000 times 4, how much is that? 320,000 naira. That is for dialysis. Now you will need blood tests. You will need other injections. You will need other medications. If you put everything together, we're talking about 400,000 every month. When I see people do GoFundMe, I feel for them. Some of them I contribute to it. But in my heart, I keep asking, how long will this continue? Who is going to support this? How long will we carry on? I look at these people beyond the money. I look at their life and I see that they are going to die because you can't. There's lots of complications when your kidney fails. There's lots of complications. It's not just the dialysis. People think, oh, if I do dialysis, it's okay. Dialysis is not a treatment for kidney failure. Dialysis is just a way of removing the toxin from your system so that you can carry on for how long God knows. Because when the kidney cannot filter these toxins, when the kidney cannot maintain your fluid level, your sodium level, when the kidney cannot produce the hormones that help to balance your blood pressure, you accumulate toxin, uremic pericarditis, which is inflammation of the muscles of your heart, around your heart, confusion, coma. You can die in days. When the creatinine level, which is toxic to your body, the urea level, which is toxic to your body, which the kidney helps to filter, and the kidney cannot filter it anymore, this accumulates in your body. You can die if you don't have dialysis. So dialysis is not a treatment that will cure you from kidney failure. No, a lot of people think that dialysis, oh, if I'm doing dialysis, I'm going to be cured. No, this is the mistake. Dialysis is just to do the functions that the kidney used to do by filtering your blood and removing these toxins. The only thing you can do is kidney transplant, where they give you a new healthy kidney to carry on the functions. And you know, I know how much this kidney transplant is. It runs into millions of naira and thousands of pounds and thousands of dollars. How many people can afford it? We have over 200 million people in Nigeria alone. Half of it are living below the poverty line. How many people can afford? How many people can afford transplant? How many people can go and get a kidney and transplant? So they end up continuing dialysis. And to continue dialysis, you need money, because every session is 20,000 naira, 25,000 naira to 30,000 naira. In private hospitals like St. Nicholas's Hospital, we have people paying up to 50,000, 60,000 per session of dialysis. The dialysis itself has complications because they are removing blood from one hand, removing all your blood, putting it through this dialysis machine and returning the blood into your body. There can be air going with your blood, which will cause air embolism, meaning that there's air that goes in and block the blood vessel, and you can die in seconds. You hear people dying on the machine. You hear people dying after dialysis. You hear people dying at home. There's increased risk of infection because your body can't fight any infections. You're anemic. You can't produce blood except they give you that hormone as a replacement. They have to give you a diet plan because the potassium, which are the electrolytes, the potassium, your kidney cannot reduce, cannot control it. So it's going to be high. And if your potassium is high, you can have a heart attack. You can have a complete heart block. So there's so many complications when you are at this stage of grade 5 kidney failure. There's so many complications. It is not as simple as I need dialysis, because before you go for the dialysis, you have to do blood test, and then you have to do blood test after. And then every dialysis or every other time they check your blood volume and it's low, you need blood transfusion. So somebody has to give you this blood. Somebody has to give you this blood. So you see, there's so many complications. So there's this palliative sort of treatment also, where we manage the salt level. They tell you to reduce how much salt you take in. It's a diet that will have potassium enriching diet, like bananas, like tomatoes, like potatoes. They tell you, please reduce this type of diet so that you can help the kidney. They tell you about the supplement, exercise. They ask you to reduce your protein intake. All this is to try and help the kidney so we don't kill it faster than it will die, just to help it. So these are all palliative, just to help you to see how far you can live. It's not treatment, because the kidney is a major organ, and if it has failed, it's either you replace it, which is a transplant, you continue dialysis, which you're going to die one day anyway. So the bones, we have osteoporosis, your bones can begin to break because you are not producing your vitamin D that is there. It's not active. It's the kidney that helps to active. So it's not, if the kidney fails, it's going to affect the heart. If the heart has a problem, it's going to affect the kidney. These two organs are very important because the heart pumps 1/4 of the blood goes to the kidney. So if the heart is not able to pump this blood into to go to the kidney doesn't have blood. There's ischemia. The kidneys begin to die off, the nephrons. So the functions of the kidneys begin to die off. So the heart and the kidneys, they work hand in hand. So if you have hypertension, which affects your heart, affects your kidney, you really need to sit up and take tight control of these things. If you have diabetes, you really need to sit up and take tight control of these things. What is the prevention? We're now coming to, how can I prevent myself? How can I prevent myself from going to this stage called end-stage kidney failure? To prevent yourself, number one, all of us have to screen for diabetes. Don't say, I have faith. This is the place I get so upset. Don't tell me I have faith. I'm not going to check it. I believe I'm okay. Go and have a health check. Let them check if you have diabetes on time. Check your blood pressure routinely. If your blood pressure is high, don't ignore it, because these are the things that are causing problem. Number 3 is drugs. So I'm going to dwell here for 5 minutes. We have our people, they go to chemists. I am not against that. You take lots of malaria medication every month. I'm treating malaria, I'm treating malaria, I'm treating malaria. You have a fever, you go and buy antibiotics, because mostly in Africa, there's no control, you can buy it. In the United Kingdom, you need a prescription for any antibiotics, nobody sells it for you. So you go into the pharmacy, chemist or doctor, if people call it, please, can I have penicillin? They give you penicillin. You buy the biggest, the strongest, and you're taking them. You're taking medications without indications. You feel that you have malaria, you take antibiotics. You feel that you don't feel unwell, you mix medication and take. You feel that somebody brings you a herbal drink. They say this herbal drink will help to cleanse your system. You collect it. The writing is in Chinese. You can't read it. You don't know what is in it. You're drinking it every morning and night because they have told you 2 times a day. You drink these herbal mixtures. You don't know what it's doing to your kidney. Your kidney will not fail overnight. Your kidney will not fail in 1 week. Your kidney may not even fail in a month or a year. But as you continue to injure this kidney, as you continue to send toxin, it's going to die. So medication is a major problem. And in the market now, I use Nigeria as an example. There's so many medications lying about, so many mixtures lying about, so many weight loss formula lying about. Oh, this one is coffee brown. This one is coffee green. This one is this one. This one is within 3 months, within 1 month. And then on the other hand, you're seeing young people connected to dialysis machine. Have you asked yourself, what is the relationship? What is going on here? Is there a relationship? Is there a go-bit? Is there something connecting these two? Because these things that produce in Malaysia, produce in China, they bring it to the African market because there is no control. I'm not against anybody promoting medication, promoting anything agent you're promoting. But did you ever wonder, is there a connection between me drinking this herbal drink every day and my kidney failing? Is there a connection between me taking gold, mercury, and my kidney failing? The bleaching cream, the creams that we buy, they say skin lightening. It contains mercury. Mercury is very dangerous to the kidney. It contains gold. They say it's something gold, omega gold, this one gold. These things are dangerous to the kidneys. They are dangerous to the kidneys. So you are taking this thing blindly. We don't go for checkup. Even if you go to the hospital, it is typhoid and malaria they check. Nobody checks your kidney. It's typhoid and malaria they check. And probably, now I want to drink. And probably you are in kidney failure grade 3, and you are not aware that your kidneys are in grade 3 kidney failure disease. You have chronic kidney disease stage 3. Somebody brings you a herbal formula and tells you, look, this is going to cleanse your system. You know, I'm taking it. My friends are taking it. Fair enough. They may have good kidneys. You may have a kidney which is operating at grade 3. You may have a kidney that is already in grade 4. You didn't know because there is no symptoms, as I said. So you are taking this herbal drink. They give you in a sachet or in a mixture. You take it every morning, every night. You take it, you take it. Before you know it, you start to see changes. You start to swell up, your ankles swell up, your wee is frothy, you don't feel too well, something is not right. You start becoming confused. They take you to the hospital, bam, it's kidney failure, end stage. End stage, nothing can be done. It's irreversible. Then you start dialysis. And then they're asking you, you need to start planning of transplant. That's lots of money. It's going to put strain on yourself, on your family, on everybody, friends, community. People come together and do GoFundMe. They raise 500,000 naira. How much will that take you? I'm talking about 60 to 70,000 a week. I'm talking about 350,000 naira a month. So even if GoFundMe gives you 1 million, that's 3 months max. 3 months max. Even if GoFundMe gives you 2 million, that's 6 months max. You're back to zero. It's a bottomless pit. It's a bottomless pit of money, throwing away money, which you can prevent. This is why the kidney specialists are there. If you have got any kidney problem, you need to see a kidney specialist. I'm not a kidney specialist. I'm here to educate, not to treat. I'm here to educate you with the knowledge to equip you so that you don't become another dialysis patient. I'm here to equip you with knowledge because my people perish for lack of knowledge. So my duty is to equip you with knowledge to take care of yourself. This is the teaching today. I'm serious because today is teaching. I'm not laughing. Now, medication, street drugs, mix and mix. They say it gives you energy in the morning. They mix it and give you. Man, by the corner of the road, you are taking a bowl. Man, you're taking mixtures to give you erection. Man, you're taking mixtures by the corner of the road to give you power to go and do work. Man, women, you're taking mixtures to lose weight. You're taking mixtures, bowel cleanser, eye cleanser, Botox enlarger. I don't get it. Nobody knows what is in this formula. Am I saying the natural products are bad? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we don't know how it's processed. We don't know what they've mixed to make it plenty so that they can sell. We don't know what they have added. Nobody knows. It is not checked. It's not examined. The names on it, you can't read it. Whatever it is there, you don't know. This is why it's dangerous. I'm not saying natural products are not good. I'm saying we don't have regulation. We don't know what we are taking. And since I was young, my mother used to say to me, I can do everything. I can rub your skin, but whatever has to go into your mouth, I need to be sure. Because there's one time I had like skin rashes, and somebody in the village, a man, her uncle brought this thing in a bottle and said for me to be drinking to clear the skin lesions. My mother collected it and kept one corner. She said, I can rub you anything on your skin, but to go into your mouth, I'm not part of it. And then in medicine, pharmacy, pharmacology, we study about medicine, how it's produced. We study how it is metabolized, how it's excreted through the kidney, how some of them are directly toxic. You look at the bottle of this medication, you see China marks on it. You see some marks that looks like foreign tongues. You can't read them. You don't know what they are. You don't know the quantity. You don't know what it's made up of. And these are the things that are directly toxic to the kidney. And before you know it, you are you are down that route of dialysis. You cannot help yourself. This is why this topic is important today. So you don't want to go down that route. This is for drugs. So drugs, number one, like anti-inflammatory, I'm going to mention some. Anti-inflammatory, a lot of us take ibuprofen, Nurofen, naproxen, diclofenac, all these anti-inflammatories. They are dangerous, very dangerous. They decrease blood flow to your kidney. Over time, it will cause kidney damage. Over time, it will lead to kidney failure. Over time. So when you are taking ibuprofen, what do you call it in Nigeria? I can't remember. You have Analgin, you have Nurofen, you have naproxen, you have diclofenac. You're buying them and taking them. My dear, be very, very, very careful, because it's going to affect your kidney. It's going to affect your kidney over time. It directly injures your kidneys. Some medication, antibiotics, they are culprits. A lot of antibiotics are not friendly with the kidney. That is why you need, after tonight, every one of you, you need to go and check your kidneys. Go to the lab and ask them, I need to know my kidney function. I need to know the state of my kidney. It's important to know. You have to take this into your hands. Your care is important. And I'll mention the things you can do. It can form stones. So some medication, calcium supplement. Calcium supplement, when you take it too much of everything is poison. When you take calcium supplement too much, they form calcium stones. And these stones are not friendly with your kidneys at all. Supplement is okay, but don't overdo it. We like to overdo everything. I want to lose weight. In short, I want to go from 20 to 6. And you're taking everything that is available in the market. You are causing problem to your kidney. You are causing problem to your kidney. Cocaine, heroin, smoking, alcohol. If you are in this group, I will advise that you advise yourself. I would plead that you advise yourself and try to stop. Try to stop, because you don't want to go down that route. You sit in that dialysis machine. There is no end. There is no end to dialysis. It's not a treatment. It's not 7 days treatment and you're okay. There is no end to it. It's an endless journey until you die. And the rate that the rate people die is high. Because, I mean, there's no way. There's lots of complication. There's loads, even in the machine itself. Even after the dialysis, you accumulate this toxin fast again. Every 2-3 days, you need to go in that machine. Every 2-3 days, if you don't go in that machine, you're going to die. If you go in that machine, you can still die. You are 50-50. Some people go with over years taking on dialysis, and they are fine. But you see them, it takes a toll on them. They are no more the people they used to be. Their shine is gone. They look sick. You know, as I know, that this is the truth. This is the truth. And you don't just wake up and have end-stage kidney failure. There is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, A and B, stage 4, before stage 5. The body gives you chance. The body gives you all this chance. People can be on grade 3 forever till they are 80, 90, 100 because it's asymptomatic. You have no problem with it. The only time you have problem with it is when you don't know that me, Idee, I'm on stage 3 chronic kidney disease. I've got to be careful what I take into my body. I've got to be careful of any infections. I've got to be careful of how I treat my body. Antibiotics given to me, I've got to know what they are. You have to be on top of your game to protect that kidney. And this is what the kidney specialists do. They help you slow the progression of this kidney disease. They help you slow the progression of this kidney disease to the level that you can live longer without having to reach end-stage kidney failure where you go into the dialysis machine. But how would somebody help you when they don't know that you have kidney failure? There's no routine check. In Africa, nobody sends you a letter and says, you come for your blood test. Nobody does that. So you have to your hands. You have to go to that nearest hospital to check yourself. You have to take it into your hands. So the last thing before I go, if you are already end-stage renal failure, I want to say is a chronic condition, is something that you need all the family support, friends support is very important at this stage. It's a lot of money involved. If you raise money, transplant is the way where you can get a healthy kidney, and that will help you to stop dialysis and manage yourself. If you are end-stage dialysis, end-stage renal failure, it's a long journey. It's a long journey. But at that point, I cannot tell you, let's prevent it. You're already in it. But what I'm saying to all of us and anybody that will hear or listen to this video is go and check your kidney function. Go and check your kidney function. If you're in Nigeria, there's so many labs to go. There are kidney specialists. If you get your report, your result, if you want me to see it, send me a message on Messenger. This is my report. There are kidney specialists in Nigeria, in Africa. We will signpost you to them so you can sit under them and get all the information that you need to stop or to slow the progression of that kidney disease. You need to know the stage that you are in so that you can help yourself. You need to know the stage that you are in so you can help yourself. You cannot just in ignorance until when they say, sorry, neither need dialysis or a transplant. And at that stage, you're asking, how did it come? Where did I get it from? My enemies are after me. They want to kill me. It's been there. You didn't notice it. It's been there. It's just progressively got worse. If you knew it, you would have stopped it. If you are very fond of buying medications over the counter, be careful. If you are fond of taking anything and everything that comes your way, you don't know what level your kidneys are functioning at. You have to be careful. If you're diabetic, take your control hypertensive, take your control seriously, because these two are the major causes of chronic kidney disease. That is the thing tonight. I really hope that you gain something from it. I really hope that it will help somebody. I really hope I'm not here to castigate anybody, but this information is important, very important. Now, before I go, the test that you can do, urine test, urinalysis, simple urinalysis, doesn't cost any money. It doesn't cost so much money, urinalysis. Now, what are we looking for in urinalysis? You are looking for proteins. If you've got lots of protein in your urine, that's a red flag. That's an alarm bell. That's an alarm bell. If you've got a lot of protein in your urine, because the kidney filters does not allow proteins to leak. But when the kidney begins to fail, it gives room for proteins to leak. So you have lots of protein in your urine. You can do a blood test, as I mentioned before, for kidney functions. You can go ahead to do a scan, and they can take a biopsy of your kidney to check what's really going on. This stage, hyper test you can do, but the simple test me and you can do is urine test. Urine test. If you think that you no money, start by doing a urine test. The next test that is very common is your kidney function test. That is very, very important, and you should be doing it once every year. That money of Ashebi, that money of the bank, you can use it. Do a full check, health check. Make sure the kidneys are checked. Make sure your blood pressures are checked. Make sure your sugar levels are checked. That you're not diabetic, you don't have high blood pressure, and your kidneys are functioning okay. These are very simple things you can do to protect yourself, to prevent yourself from going down the route of dialysis. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. If you have any questions or if you need advice, I'm not a renal specialist. I only educate us to get the knowledge that we need. But if you have any questions, if you have your results and you want me to see it, I can interpret it for you. I can signpost you. Please send a messenger and test result. This is it. What do I do? Or does it look normal, or is it okay? If you send it to me, I will tell you this is normal, or this is stage 3, or this is you need to see somebody. That's what I can do for you. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. God have a lovely, lovely evening.